Ni hao, ni hao, ni hao. It's Xing here, and today I just want to talk about the Chinese drama called Blossom of Power, which stars Meng Ziyi and He Yu. I also want to mention that He Yu made a guest appearance in the 2024 drama Blossom, and now he's in Blossom of Power, which also stars Meng Ziyi. And yes, I'm not happy about the ending, and I also have some few things to complain about, but I'll talk about them later in the video. So Blossom of Power is the story about Zheng Xi, who happens to die after poisoning herself, and then 3 years later Zheng Xi, who is the princess of the northwest, gets pushed in the water and she dies, and then Zheng Xi's soul takes over Zheng Xi's body, which means that Zheng Xi is now Zheng Xi, and she has memories of both women. I should also state that Zheng Xi was married to the 5th prince, Prince Xin, but I will talk about him very soon. Don't worry, I will talk about him very soon. So after Zheng Xi took over Zheng Xi's body, she met the crown prince, who is very weak because he was poisoned when he was young. The crown prince was on the mission to find the person who poisoned him. So Zheng Xi and the crown prince ends up being involved in political power struggles and schemes. And that's the synopsis of the story. That's what the story is basically about. So now I just want to share my thoughts on the drama and tell you how I feel about this drama. I really like that the story had less police court dialogues. Everything was very fast-paced when it came to the politics. One moment they are in court talking about war at the border, and then the next moment they just tell you the details through the dialogues. You don't see it happening, they just tell you what really happened. I think that was a great move because they can focus more on the important parts of the story. Just like the poisoning of the crown prince and Prince Xin noticing the similarities between Zheng Xi and his late wife. For me, those are the important parts of the story. Those are the main reason why I continue to watch Blossom of Power, because the storyline wasn't that great. The story had loopholes and most of the episodes felt like they were filler episodes. Let's pause for a moment. If you are just like me and you are always telling yourself, just one more episode then I'll go to sleep, you will actually love this one. This is my one more episode drama journal, which is made to keep track of all your dramas, favorite dramas, OSTs and watch lists. It's available on Amazon. You can get it by clicking on the link in the description or on the pinned comment. Anyways, back to the video. The first episodes were good, they were entertaining. The interaction between the crown prince and Zheng Xi were entertaining to watch. Both of them were super intelligent and it was like they had similar thoughts. There was a scene where Zheng Xi and her maids were talking about Prince Xin. On the other side, the crown prince was also talking about Prince Xin. Then both of them said, Prince Xin will indeed return to the political scene. I also forgot to mention that before her death, Zheng Xi was actually on her way to the capital to get married. She had the freedom to choose one of the princes as her husband, which is the reason why all the single princes chased after Zheng Xi, because anyone who marries her will be backed by the Northwest Army. So the crown prince used his manipulative ways to win over Zheng Xi and also get rid of other princes as a competition. And that's one thing that I didn't really like about the crown prince. He was manipulative. He used Zheng Xi to fight his own battles, which is why Zheng Xi decided to pause the wedding after she learned about his behavior. And I know that the crown prince really loved Zheng Xi, but it doesn't change the fact that he was manipulative. As for Zheng Xi, I have mixed feelings about her, because she's no longer the Zheng Xi who left the Northwest. She's now Zheng Xi, but here's the issue with her. Zheng Xi was described as someone who barely socialized. She was indeed cold, and some people even said she was heartless. But then when you look at the behavior of the current Zheng Xi and Zheng Xi before she died, you cannot say she is the same person. And I still wonder, what really fueled her hunger to have more power and get her to even get deeply involved in politics? Because Zheng Xi didn't have that kind of hunger and drive. Even the real Zheng Xi was a soft person. She didn't have that kind of ambition. She didn't have that kind of hunger. So what really changed? Now let's talk about one of my favorite characters and the best part of the story, Prince Xin and Zheng Xi. Prince Xin is my favorite character in the drama, and it is also played by one of my favorite actors. So I might be a little biased on this one, but I honestly loved the interaction between Prince Xin and Zheng Xi. Prince Xin loved his late wife Gu Qingji so much, but the problem is Gu Qingji never loved Prince Xin, and she made it clear before she died. So this became an obsession for Prince Xin to make Gu Qingji to love him. So when Zheng Xi appeared, Prince Xin started noticing some similarities between Gu Qingji and Zheng Xi. And Zheng Xi is also doing her best to make him let go of his obsession with her. She tried to make him to move on and forget about Gu Qingji, but he kept on coming back, and they had a lot of interactions which were very good, and I liked the storytelling when it came to these two. I was impressed by the facial expressions of Prince Xin. He always impressed me when it came to showing emotions. Zheng Xi is a talented actor, and I'm not being biased here. He has been versatile, and every character that he played had a soul. And while we are on Prince Xin and his obsession with Zheng Xi or his late wife, because they are basically the same soul but different bodies, he even told his younger brother that he won't hesitate to fight him if he ever tries to pursue Zheng Xi. And one of my favorite moments in the drama came from Prince Xin. I know he was the maybe second lead or something like that. He was not the main lead, but he really stole the show, in my own opinion. And I'm not trying to be biased. I'm just speaking from my viewing experience, because I connected more to Prince Xin than I connected to the Crown Prince, who is the main lead. So there was a scene where Prince Xin finally noticed that Zheng Xi is actually Gu Qingji, and he shouted, "Gu Qingji, Gu Qingji, 你是谁？你是谁？告诉我，你是谁？" And his facial expressions, man, his facial expressions, you can feel the emotion when he said "Gu Qingji." You can feel it deep inside that this man is talking, and you can feel the pain in his words. You can see it, the pain written all over his face, that he's trying to process everything that is happening, and he still wonders, how is it possible that I can see my late wife but with a different face? Another good moment in the drama was when the Crown Prince and Prince Xin were attacked and they were locked in the cave together. The whole brotherly interactions were heartwarming and very funny, and I believe there was a scene where they actually escaped, and while they were being chased by those guards and those soldiers or whatever they were, the Crown Prince actually said something like, "If I did not pretend to be this weak, I wouldn't have had a chance to experience this kind of brotherly love." They are talking while they are busy running. So the Crown Prince started running faster than Prince Xin, and Prince Xin was left behind. And then he was like, "What really happened to the brotherly love, man? We just talked about the brotherly love and now you are leaving me behind. Come on, man." That was really funny. It was very funny, and I really liked that part because they had time to bond, and I feel like it contributed to how the story ended at the end. Just that I didn't see any dialogues between them or anything exposing what I was suspecting. But when I was watching the final episodes, I had a theory that maybe that whole cave scene and being attacked and them helping each other out to escape and all those stuff, maybe it was a way to get them to bond and create this bond so that at the end they can help each other out, because the two of them were not really enemies. They were just competitors because each one of them wanted to marry Zheng Xi. Each one of them wanted to get the love from Zheng Xi. They might have some competition here and there, but they were not really enemies. And I don't think I will end this review without talking about my favorite character in the drama. Not one of my favorite characters, my favorite character in Blossom of Power is none other than Pu Shulin. And I just want to be honest on this one. When I first saw Pu Shulin in the drama, I actually thought she was a man in real life. That was my first impression. I was like, he looks like a man, but he doesn't have Adam's apple. And I wondered, what was the problem? I was shocked. I was shocked when he started interacting with Zheng Xi. And that was when I started noticing, no man. This is actually a girl. This is actually a girl cross-dressing as a guy. And I didn't believe it. I really didn't believe it until Zheng Xi started looking her suspiciously and started adding one and one, and it gave me true. And she actually made me to continue watching this drama because it kind of got boring midway. I would have dropped it around episode 20 or 25 because everything felt like filler episodes. The leads were always on screen while other characters barely had any dialogues or monologues. The story was also not progressing, but Pu Shulin and Cui Jingbai saved the day. And I have to say that Pu Shulin is the best cross-dressing character in cdrama history. So far, Pu Shulin is the best. She had the same weave just like men in the drama, unlike most dramas where you find a woman pretending to be a man. But she has the same hairline as other women, she's using the same weave as other women. But this is a big win for Blossom of Power because they found someone who can actually cross-dress. Now I want to talk about the ending, and I really didn't like the ending. I think it was a stupid ending. The plot twist at the end was actually good. I didn't expect that kind of twist at the end. So I have no complaint about that plot twist, and I'm not going to mention what really happened at the end because I'll be spoiling the fun for some of the people who haven't watched the drama yet. My issue is with the sudden return of a character at the end. And they didn't really explain what happened to him in the last 7 or 10 years. Because we already had a tragic and sad moment with that character, and then time skips to 10 years or 7 years later. And now they just bring him back to give us a happy ending. I don't really understand why these days we get this kind of endings. If a drama has a happy ending, let it be a happy ending. If it has a sad ending, let it have a sad ending. We cannot waste our tears for a sad ending only for you to give us a happy moment during the last moments of the final episodes. And you don't even explain how come that person survived. You don't even explain how come they managed to return after 7 or 10 years. The ending changes after you have wasted your tears. You were busy crying for a character you thought that he was dead, but only to find out that that person was cruising nicely at a cave somewhere or something like that. It doesn't make sense. All in all, I didn't like the ending at all. I didn't even watch the special episodes because I was annoyed. I was annoyed by the fact that you can see that this is actually going to be a sad ending. You can see it. It doesn't make any sense to bring someone back just to give us a happy ending. Anyways, this is just my review on Blossom of Power. And with that being said, I'm rating Blossom of Power 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Until next time, 再见.